Cute, sexy, and fun. You're watching CSF Nation's own WMK TV, Channel 90.
Welcome to Makini presents Peak Gaming. Makini presents Peak Gaming. Press start whenever you're ready. Makini Jaws presents Peak Gaming. Press start whenever you're ready.
Targeting the drone first. They're getting smarter. You're definitely not ordinary.
Makini Jaws presents Peak Gaming. Press start whenever you're ready. Thank you for venturing into our world. If you would like to see more, please press the like button and press the subscribe button. We appreciate all of your support. Thank you, and let's journey into the world of Peak Gaming.
Okay, alright, there we go. Let's go ahead. Okay. Alright, there we go. Let it run. Let it run. Okay, we are live. We are live. Good morning, good afternoon. Well, technically, good morning and game on. My name is Makini, 90 Yards German Illustrator. And it's time to skate here on Makini. On Makini Draws Presents Peak Gaming. Yes, we are playing the early access of EA's new skate title. And I know this was probably overdue. I said I was going to talk about the character customization and everything about this, but no, I think let's get right into this. Mix is too low. Let me go. Let's go down. Okay, there we go. There we go. Yeah. So I am very much looking forward to. Oh, skate. So I am going to be as, you know what, I'm going to be looking through everything with a fine-tooth comb. I'm gonna be looking through everything with a fine-tooth comb on this one. So because I do have a lot to say, and we have a lot to go through. So anyway. Get 3 people watching. You got more people probably pop in and out. We only probably have about an hour and 45 or so. So let's not waste any time. Smack that like button, make it jiggle. Smack that subscribe button, make it jiggle. And let's say hi to the chat and get right into it, shall we? So first up, Emerald. Power, good morning to you. Neo J, Emerald, good morning to you. Pipeflinger. What the hell are you talking about, Pipeflinger? Anyway, know the drill. Yep. I think it's time. So let's go to the main console screen. I have it here. I have it already. And this is going to be very interesting, to say the least. Okay. You get your refund. Yeah, yes, I did get my refund. Yes, happily I did. Should be about 14 days or so. So yes, I did get my refund. So, let's see. Language. Language guns, subtitles, yes. Control vibration, onboard camera. Fine. Off board. Yeah. We're about good to go. Let's do this. Alright, so this is the early access version of Skate, and by the way, it is open. It is on console. I'm playing this on PS5. You can download this right now. The question is, would you want to? The big question is, will you want to? Could you have... Now, before you play in, how interested you would say you are in skateboard culture? I would say about a little bit. Now, let me ask the chat how interested you guys are in skateboard culture. Are you very interested, somewhat interested, a little interested, or not interested at all? I'm just... answers in the chat, please. How interested you are in skateboard culture? I'll probably say about somewhat. Skater. Somewhat. This is going to be... Why does it need epilepsy more? Have you played skating before? Okay. Interesting. This somewhat interesting. Okay, somewhat. I think more people fall into the somewhat to a little. At least my chat. Alright, let's get this. Alright, let's see what we got.
The skateboard is 7-ply maple, glued and pressed for durability. It is equipped with a T-shaped undercarriage, which allows for pivoting and turning. The combination of these elements create a vehicle of infinite possibilities.
Oh, hi there. My name is V. I am an app designed to be your virtual guide. And you must be, wait a minute. Which one are you?
Oh, we're going back to the Need for Speed Unbound character select. Okay, here we go. This is where it begins. Okay, I will try to keep this brief. We're going to try to keep this brief. I'll try to keep it short, but oh, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are good. Okay. Let's see. So we got the Need for Speed Unbound style character select. I can guarantee you this is not where the majority of my criticisms are going to be, but let's see here.
Oh, should I avert my gaze?
Avert the gaze to what? We have builds. We have builds, y'all. We don't have. We can't say male and female, okay? We cannot say male and female. We have to be. It's build type now. It's not body type A. Body type. We've advanced from that. Okay, we've advanced from body type A and body type B. Now it's build type. Let's begin. Oh my god. Okay. Let's see if we can create the best version of Kiki as possible. Which, granted, that's not gonna be the best version. So here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna switch over to the console dual screen, and we're gonna change up. Let me change up the. Let me change it up here, because I want everybody to have a good look. I just want everybody to take one good look. Okay. Let's see if we can get as close as possible, and I'll explain what the problem is. What my problem is with the character selection. Okay. So first off, why are we? So build type. Okay, so skinny, incredibly skinny, muscular, really muscular, fat. Of course, we got fat. We need listen. We need representation. Okay, you don't understand it. Skate culture is all about expressing yourself without the limits of gender. Can you raise my mic, please? Why is my mic so low? Okay, let's say. It's all about, isn't that right? You know, skate culture is all about, gender expression. Let's oh, okay. Oh god, it looks androgynous. Okay, it looks androgynous. So look at this do the music. I'm trying to see if I can turn down. I cannot turn down the music. Okay, let me turn the game on. Okay, then let me turn the game mic down because turning out God down. So probably about to get copyright claim. Do not give a damn because already I am just like, yeah, this is exactly what I expected. But we'll try our best, okay? We'll try our best. No. I can't get over the fact that... Who is this made for? Let me ask you this. Who is this made for? I ask you, who is this made for? Because... No. Just like, it's too... I mean, I can still tell it's a woman. It's just... It's gotta be inclusive, man. We gotta be inclusive. Let's see what the chat thinks. Wow, they actually gave us a chest slider. Huh. Okay. I guess they are inclusive after all. But that's as big as you're gonna get. This is, you know what? That's probably as big. That's probably as big as they're gonna allow. Let's be honest here. Anyway. Anyway, yeah. That's probably as curvy as you're gonna get, guys. Yeah. This is curvy as you're gonna get. That's as much as you're gonna get out of Kiki, guys. That is as much as you're gonna get. This ain't funny to clown. Funny enough to clown. This ain't funny enough to clown. I'm just like movement. Welcome, oh shit. Let me look at the. And there's no jiggle. Okay. There is no... Alright, I guess we'll do movement B.
Facial recognition programs must love you.
Facial recognition is ha, okay. Okay, let's get this. The biggest issue is the art style. This is too much of a... We're trying so hard to be Fortnite. Like, we are trying so hard to be Fortnite. And, you know, I will give it props for not adding, you know, top surgery scars. And actually having a breast and butt slider. It's still small as hell, but yeah. Oh god, these jaws. Oh my goodness. Please let me look for something that's a bit more... It's too Fortnite. That's the issue. It is way too... Standard American graphics. Man, this is worse than Sims 4. It's... Like... it's just... None of them are kind of stick. The problem is the art style. The problem really is the art style. Like I was watching Kyle stream this yesterday, and that's not even... Do we have a softer face? Do we have a little more... It's just everything is too... It's just some things are just way too chiseled. It's... I am trying to find the softest face I can, because... It's just none of them work. It's just none of them work. This might be the closest. This might end up being the closest. Turn the freckles off. Turn maturity off. Moles. Does she have breast? Okay, so we got facial moles. We got beauty marks, but we can't have cleavage moles. I'm just saying. Yes, Fortnite has better looking female skins. And we got acne scars, ladies and gentlemen. We have acne scars. We got vitiligo. Hey, man. We all inclusive, man. We're all inclusive. We're all about representation. We're all about inclusivity. You know, without eliminating the concept of gender. So I no wonder your character creation is just. Oh
If I had
no.
hair, I'd get a mullet. The classic hairdo that never goes out of style. Not the fish.
A mullet? Okay, okay. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Do we have curls? No. No. It's the problem is that even with distinct features, some things still look way too androgynous. It's very corporate. It's all right. Uh, let's see what else we got. Oh, okay. It's okay. This might be close enough. The problem is the art style. Like the like I'm noticing that like the art style is just not it's a problem that you can't render a soft face having actual soft facial features. Like if we go back, like I am trying to find like the softest facial feature possible. It's just everything still looks chiseled. Everything still looks androgynous. And like I'm sorry, it looks androgynous. That's probably the softest facial feature we can get. That's probably the softest one we can get. And this music is very grating. This music is very grating. I'll turn it off once we get into the game. So just hang. It's just. Okay. Let me read this. I'm gonna read this off of the one of the posts that I made here. Let me go through this, and I'm gonna to anybody who wants to counter anything I want to say. Let me make my point clear here. When you are bragging, let me respond to this. When you are bragging about your game having your skate culture being inclusive, representation, you want to brag about diversity, you want to brag all about this. My response is, okay, you're right. Skate culture is very diverse. Skate culture is very inclusive. Skate culture is all this, that, and the third. So, by that token, by your definition, we can make... No, let me read this out. So, this was my hot take that I said a while back. When you're bragging about having self-expression, accessibility, inclusivity, and making the character you want to make without the limitations of gender, i.e. genderless clothing in your character creation tool, which is what they were actually bragging about, my response is this. Those are all wonderful things to have in your character creation tool. So by that token, I can make Kiki then, right? Those tools will allow me to make a curvy, thick, big, jiggly, curvy curly Afro-Latina waifu with curls that go down her waist, correct? This isn't a straw man. Western devs know what people want to make in their character creation tools, and it's not a graphical limitation. This is not a talent or skill issue. This is deliberate. You can only make the character you want based on our standards. So, that's what I said, and I will happily wait until I will happily wait for a response. I will happily wait for somebody to refute what I just said. You just proved me right. I'm just saying, you proved me right. Okay, let's see. Like, some people could argue that this is, like, you could refute my point. You could try to refute my points In that if you are, they are actively bragging about, they were bragging about, bragging about having self-expression, accessibility, and inclusivity in their character creation tool. And this is going to be my kind of like my thing more moving forward. So if you want to be inclusive, because guess what, Kiki, guess what? You need, if you actually want to be inclusive, that means you need to include characters like Kiki. You need to include the waifu types, because that's part of the diverse, you know? Then if you're not including that, then you're not diverse. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Just... Okay, let's continue. Let's continue. Oh. Why are we got Latino music going on? Why we got Latino music going on? I'm just saying. Man, I got my refund, Sean. We're not going back. No, this is gonna be my kind of my barometer moving forward when it comes to Western games and character creation. Because we've seen it all. Okay? And especially coming from EA. I'm not really surprised, considering the fact that, you know, they were so happy bragging about surgery scars back in Dragon Age of Veilguard, and then, you know, having a breast and butt slider that when you slide out to the max, it's still flat as a table. And you wonder why the East is kicking your ass, honestly. Like, you're... like, you should be... Like, let's be honest here. Let's be honest here. Y'all should be looking at stuff like Black Desert Online with how they do their character creation and just mimic that. To mimic that level of detail. And by the way, this is free to play. So they got one thing right. This is free to play. And this is early access. I just can't get over how... Like, I still... Like my only thing is, like, I still can't get over how... I can't get over how, like... I can't see any, like, this Fortnite-ification... This is a very... It's too corporate. Okay? It's too corporate. It's too corporate. It's too sanitized. Like... You can't be... It's too sanitized. It's too sanitized. You can't be edgy anymore. I think it's just that it clearly is part of the... I'm serious. It's too sanitized. It's trying... It really is. When you try to appeal to so many people, when you try to appeal to everyone, you end up appealing to no one. Yeah, it's just... Oh my god, like, I guess gloss? Like, I can't get over the, of course, facial hair, because, like I said, we want to eliminate the concept of gender, right? We want to eliminate the concept of gender, right? Yeah. And you can even have stubbles. Because we can't have male. Because we can't put. Explain to me. Who are you offending by not allowing male and female instead of body type A and body type B? A majority of the West doesn't want this.
Alright, let's get some details for your RIP card, so others can see your basic info and we can get rolling.
Okay.
Alright, looking good. The bus is waiting for us. Let's roll.
We'll do regular. Okay, let's do this.
We made it. Welcome to the full tour. There's tons to see, do, and shred here on the Isle of Grand. Let's go.
Focus on early access. Yeah, it is early access.
To get you rolling, you'll need a skateboard. Fortunately, the local skate shop, Extrovert, has a complimentary one waiting for you at the top of that building. Onward!
The problem is, it's the Fortnite-ification. It's too sanitized. It's too... It just doesn't feel as realistic, I guess you could say. It doesn't feel as... Like, am I looking for something grounded? I'm looking for something better than this. Looking for something that is...
Your key to the city.
That feels lazy.
Tool for your time in San Van.
That feels lazy.
It will unlock the full potential for
It
fun
feels
and
soulless,
creativity.
honestly.
You'll be flipping, grinding, carving, and hucking in no time. I know it. And the first step on your journey is this ultra mega ramp.
It's
I
too
know it
much...
looks gnarly, but trust me, you've got this. It all starts with a drop-in to a world of fun.
Okay, you got a good sense of speed. I'll give you that.
That was verified huge. You made that mega look mini. Great work. The next part of the tour is about carving and board control. Let's roll.
Okay, start the steering course.
This course has been scientifically engineered to practice the art of the push, roll, and carve.
You know what I mean? It feels...
It's about finding your line and applying flow.
It feels
Don't oversteer.
too corporate.
because you will
Feels
cover
too
it in
manufactured. I feel like there's no edge to it. And I think that's where my problem is. With this art style, it feels like... I think Kyle put it better. It's skate for toddlers. That's what it feels like.
Fine. You're feeling the flow. Keep it up. That is indeed a proper carve. Verified success.
Even the tutorials are...
Calculated carving. Sweet. Now that you have the hang of things on the ground, it's time to get in the air. Head over to the Ollie course to get started. Ollies are the magical trick that gets your board off the ground and opens up a world of possibilities. Get them unlocked, and the city is your playground.
It's
Let's
unenthusiastic,
get those Ollies popping.
and when Kappa has more of a soul than this, that's a problem. Kappa has more.
That's amazing. Now try again. 2 to make it. Now that you've got the Ollie down, let's add some speed and work on your timing. Sick! You make it look so easy. Have you done this before?
Two...
Yes. You're locking in your Ollie. blasting air feels good, doesn't it? At least, that's what my research indicates.
The game's got a good sense of speed. The game has a good sense of speed.
Timing your ollies is the key to our next negative trick.
I won't even go...
Wait, a key to open a bag? Investigate word choice.
Also, there's no collision. Yeah, there's no collision, so even that feels... The fact that there's no player-to-player collision, I think that would have made it a lot more interesting. But no, it's you're basically ghost. You're basically a ghost to other players.
Check it out. Grind and slide are when you put your truck or board on a rail, ledge, or any sharp edge. Get grind figured out, and you'll never see the world the same again. Get some speed and ollie or ride onto that rail up ahead. Remember your timing.
Is there a way I could turn? Okay. All right. Let me turn the audio. Let me turn the audio off because enabled. 10%, and we're just gonna use our own music. We're just gonna use our own music moving forward. And when you bump into skates, yeah, you can't.
Calculating. Now, get some practice on the rails around here. One down. Two out of three. Keep on grinding. Verified grindage. Now I've got something a bit more challenging.
Yep, there we go. So how do we get the... Okay, there we go.
Rails over the ground are one thing, but can you defeat this boss rail?
It's just, it feels very on the spot. It feels too Fortnite. I think it's too try hard to be Fort. When you're trying to appeal to so many people, you lose that identity.
You are now built to grind. The rails, curbs, and coping in San Dan won't know what hit. All right, one more course to go.
You know what I mean? It just does not have that edge, you know. It just feels like it does not have that edginess to it. The same way, like, you look back at, like, I guess you look back at the older Tony Hawk games, you look back at especially Tony Hawk's Underground, you look back at the earlier Skate games where it did have that edge, where even with your OG Skate 1, 2, and 3, wanting to go for more real, wanting to be kind of that realistic alternative to Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. And there was some grit behind it. Of course. And there's only, and yeah, from what I was watching, there's only one actual brand, and that's Vans. There's only one real world brand in this game, and that's Vans. When, you know, you had, you know, skate from other games, other skate titles had so many different skateboard brands integrated.
Loads of flip trick variations await, but let's start with the basics. First, kickflips, a must in every skater's repertoire. Use your toe to kick the board and flip it under your feet. Then, stick the landing. Whoa. That was enjoyable to watch, but not a pop shove it. Sweet pop shove it. Next up, let's get those flip tricks moving. But first, let's set a session marker.
Because it was made by skaters that knew how to code, and it felt it was.
So you can teleport back to it whenever you want. Guaranteed time saver. Alright, time to take those flips and shoves to the sky. Exquisite. Imagine what you'll do in Sandvan proper.
I guess we're going into
Head back to
the.
your session marker, and we'll get in a quick session to try a few more.
Like, the controls are interesting, and I'm saying to somebody who's new to the series, new to the franchise. So, like, I don't know. I guess once we get into the city and everything, we'll finally. We'll really get into, you know, we'll see more of what this is about.
Every trick on your board is some variation of a flip or shove trick. Experiment to discover more. Let's skate the park and try a few different tricks before the Sandvan water taxi is heel-made for the win.
Okay, so you launch yourself.
Oh, a backside shove. You shoved it good. Real good. You are now fully equipped to rip it up in Sandvan. Let's get over there. The water taxi will pick you up at the dock.
It was made by businessmen. It feels like it was made by focus group.
This is going to be super fun.
Like when I look back at that what that girl was saying, it's like, yeah, it feels like this is made by focus group instead of like, you know, that's what it feels like. It feels too sanitized. It doesn't feel it feels like there's no roughness.
Let's get over to Sandvan. Good
When
times are
you
calling
look
us.
at skate culture, and honestly, yeah, it's diverse, it's inclusive, and in fact, there's multiple different forms of skate culture, but there's still that roughness to it. There's still that rebellious to it. It just feels too corporate. You see what I mean? It's just... Okay, let's take the water taxi.
of Grom is nice. Wait till you see San Van.
Like, everything is too Fortnite. It's way too Fortnite, you know? And I just don't see, like, a lot of people will likely just look at, most people will...
From the Isle of Grom are ready to hit the streets of San Van. With rails and ledges for days, stairs galore, and the gnarliest transition terrain. San Van's faded skate glory is roaring back with the help of the city's new Resident Incentive Program, or RIP for short. As a new resident, you've been issued your very own RIP card, and all-access pass to everything that the city has on offer. From new tours hosted by San Van city councilors to exclusive rewards that'll help you get the most out of your life in the city, the Resident Incentive Program has something for everyone. The full pool tour continues at Blue Light Beach, so get out there and rip.
Yeah, it...
Welcome to Blue Light Beach and the Hedgemont neighborhood of San Vansterdam. Okay, first things first. We'll take a little skate to Hedgemont's Extrovert Shop in Hardcore Plaza. I'll fill you in on how the Resident Incentive Program works along the way. Get ready to rip. The RIP initiative is all about reinvigorating the San Van skate scene and getting the locals and visitors hyped on the city. And all you need to do to take part is skate. Best way to get people hyped about skating is to just skate.
Oh, that's how you hedgehog roll. You hedgehog roll. See? Like... I'm Sonic, y'all! I'm Sonic, y'all! Oh, God. Oh, it's... Oh, so it just... It feels...
Every neighborhood has set up challenges aimed at highlighting some of the best spots in the city.
And another thing, if it weren't for the fact that this is always online, this city feels lifeless. This city feels lifeless, honestly. I could tell from first glance the city feels lifeless. Yes, you have cars around, but it feels empty.
There are a few types of challenges. Each one highlights a different aspect of what makes San Van so special to skaters.
It feels...
Challenges earns reputation.
Play City Escape. Sonic Adventure 2. You know what? I'm getting that Sonic Adventure 2, City Escape, the first level. All in the hero story. Yeah, I get that City Escape vibes, but even City Escape had much more edge to it, though. Somebody glitched out. What the freak?
Not feeling the line? That's cool. I've set a waypoint for you to get to when you're ready.
Wait.
They'll also flow you rip chips. Perfect for picking up the newest stuff at Extrovert. There's a challenge waiting for you up ahead.
Like, I just don't see... I feel like there's not enough here. Yeah, I think there needs to be NPCs. There needs to be... Like, you want to do this? Like, you really want to do this? You really want to go all out with this? Then, yeah, make it lively. Make the city... Have multiple pedestrians walk around. Have pedestrians. Have NPCs. Have it busy. You have busy parts of the city where you're going around you're going around looking for the best spot to shred. You know what I mean? This feels... What it feels like is like some kind of dream... I guess the best way to put it is like a dream sequence where you don't really feel like you're... You feel like you're in this skater's paradise, but in reality it's just too corporate. It's like what corporate... It's like what corporate view what skaters like and shit like that. You know, it feels like it doesn't have that edginess. It doesn't have that. It's too soft. When you smooth the edges out too much, you lose that identity.
Now, that kit looks great, but it might not be you. Luckily, we have a line challenge. Let's shut it down, score some rip chips, and maybe craft some new gear.
Complete all the goals in the challenge. Like, even the drum and bass that I'm listening to right now it's not helping.
Challenges give you a series of goals to complete. The more goals you do, the more rewards you get.
You know what I mean?
Line challenges are all about skating from point A to point B, in style. Follow the path and throw in a couple tricks if you're feeling it.
1 second, guys. 1 second. Let me get a water break real quick. Get up, get some water because you was able to harass NPCs in older games, and they would chase you and hit you. Yeah, you can't have that. Yeah. Have people, go around, go look for the best spot. Tell people to, like, okay, let me explain. Let me explain this best way I can. So, let me tell you something. Okay, so I work in SF. I work in San Francisco, and sometimes in the afternoon, I would see on my lunch breaks, I would sometimes see a group of guys. I would see like a group of dudes. Sometimes the girls with them, but sometimes I would see a group of guys skate around the streets where I walk at, and they would always, what they would do was that they would kind of set up an area because they're recording, and they would wait for other people to go. They would wait for other people to walk by before the area is fully clear, and then they could start pulling tricks and shit like that. And sometimes sometimes I'll just sit back and just kind of watch them try to record it, try to record whatever trick they're doing. And I think you need to have that. I think that's what's I think something about that is lacking here. I think for something like this, the fact that it's always online.
Every neighborhood has a local extrovert shop. You can always shop on your phone wherever you are, but sometimes it's good to drop by and support your local in person.
I know you guys could probably explain. You know what? This ruins it.
This is where the hottest new drops will appear. These are your rib chips. See how you have some now?
Yeah, so it's free to play. So it's free to play.
SCCC curates different product boxes to spend your rib chips on.
And probably there's little boxes too.
Box. See anything you like? Let's open one and see what
Yeah,
you
it's
get.
loot boxes. They have loot boxes.
Sweet pull. I've got something else to show you, though.
Oh, a navy blue tee. So there's, of course, there's loot boxes. The Founders Pack, there's different packs here. There's different packs, Founders Pack, Founders Deluxe Pack. Like, shit like this should be like $20 at best for a free-to-play title. Like I'll give it points for this being a free-to-play title, but shit like this should be like $20 at best for like a Founders Pack. And I know this is early access, but
Expressing
also
yourself is a big part of skating in San Van. You can see your clothes here. Peruse what you've got on hand.
yeah, you can change your apparel and all that stuff. You can change your apparel and shit like that. It's just, it's not. Yeah, of course it is. And even the shoes are kind of like not as good quality, you know? I'll switch back to the crop top. It's just... And there's costumes.
Ready?
Okay.
Perfect. I've got more challenges to show you, in case you'd like to earn more rip tips.
Okay, let me explain. Okay, let me bring this up here. So, and it's just weird that everybody's on their phone, though. It's weird that you can do this on your phone, though. That's like... Next available... Okay, mission objectives. Let me explain. Okay, so... What you...
Alright.
Let's break this down.
Spots and how to own them. A spot is any place you see with the potential for a sick trick to go down. Once you get a feel for skating, you'll start seeing them everywhere.
Okay. You have shops all around the city, right? Each shop should have their own NPC to interact with. Each shop should have their own NPC to interact with. So they have NPC to interact with their own dialogues and shit like that. Not just like go up to the shop and then everybody's on their phone. So I ask, like, who really is this made for? And like, if you would go, like, go as far as even go further than that, have each shop, like, you can have the general stuff, but have each shop around the city have specific gear that you can get only with that shop. Each shop having its own NPC to represent that character. This is what I'm saying is it's too much of a Fortnite-ification. It's too much of a live. It's too live servicey. The story that I was bringing it up earlier, I think an ideal skate game is to where you can set up a private lobby, a private session with like 6, 7 5, 6, 7 other players, and you would just go around the city, look for the best spots to shred and stuff to record, you know? Like you would not just stick with just okay, so we have a Grim Reaper, we have different, like, you know, cosmetics, we have the kind of the Fortnite-ification of cosmetics, having emotes, different decks and shit like that, and it's having 2 levels of currency. Like, and I know what people would argue that this is likely due to EA's meddling because EA is greedy, and yes, I get that, but at the same time, like, this Fortnite-ification it's just not appealing to people. It's low attention. It's appealing to low attention. It's appealing to low instant spam. It's like, even with, you know, you want to deck out your character in the best gear possible. You want to deck out your character in gear that feels very unique. Like, even people Like, this whole thing where it's like, we have to eliminate the concept that we have to eliminate, there's no gender restrictions. Like, you do realize that even men and women want gender-specific clothing. Even if they're decking out their skate character, they want gender-specific clothing. You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying. It feels soulless. It feels corporate. And also, you're paying... Really, somebody's going to pay that much for a Founders Pack, and you would have loot boxes as well. It's like... It's free to play, I understand. It's just... Is this really worth putting in the time? So let's continue. Let's go through and let's do all this here, okay? You see what I'm saying? There's no edge. There's no grit. It's too sanitized. It feels too safe.
FYI,
And I feel like it's, yeah, in a way you would argue it's appealing to...
Like other skaters and random objects, while we own this spot.
It's appealing to the lowest common denominator.
Like other skaters and
Okay,
random
somebody's got a
objects,
Grim
while
Reaper
we own
skin.
this spot. Whoa, that's cooler than I expected. Thanks. Okay, now that we found the spot, we've got to own it. The
It's
best
not
way
worth
to
putting
own
the
it
time in.
is
It
to
doesn't,
get
it
high
doesn't,
scores or do the craziest tricks and trick secreces.
it's appealing to the
Let's
lowest
give it a
common
shot.
denominator, but even the lowest common,
Owning a spot
the ones
takes
with
a
the
few
very
tries
short
sometimes.
attention spans,
Let's set a
you know?
session marker
But
first.
even then, it's the short, ones with the short attention, are they really going to put their time in on this? Okay.
How about starting simple? Remember your ollies?
And let's be
Nice
honest,
work. Do a trick, land
let's be
forward on the
honest,
ground,
it feels
and
like
you
one long
earn
tutorial. It feels like one long tutorial. Like, not, it's holding, it's... There's too
Sometimes
much
you need to
hand-holding.
spin to win. Spinning midair is a great way to juice up your score, but let's practice on solid ground first.
Okay.
Functional kick turn.
Functional
Now,
kick turn.
hit that session marker to get realigned and launch some airs. Now, try to spin in the air. All right, looks like you've got it figured out. Let's put it all together and
It's
crush
still,
this
it
own
still
spot
feels
challenge.
like it still feels like a it still feels like we're in a tutorial, and it's not
This spot is the
not
hedge
letting
fund
you.
seat. There's a gap in the hedges up there. Head up the stairs and put a little bustle in
Too
that
much
hedge.
hand holding.
You know, the local skate crew in Hedgemont would probably be stoked to see what you have for this spot. They're called the Dax, and they love the hedge.
Okay, let's head to the balcony. I know it sounds like I'm trying to like repeating myself. Apologize, but that's what I'm seeing. Like on a gameplay level, it's fine. It's fine. It's just I think most people would likely be a lot better off if it wasn't too hand-holdy and let people kind of discover on their own. You know, let people kind of discover the world on its own. The world does feel lifeless. Without other players in, the world feels lifeless and empty. So I don't know if it's always online, and that might hurt it. where I think a dedicated, where I think a working single player and online and multiplayer, where it respects your time. And I think that's what it is. It's just like a lot of people really don't want to, you know, our time is limited. You know, our time is limited. We got family, we got work, we got other things here. So, what? There's too many tropes. There's too many of the live service. It's too live servicey.
And rep as you can. Own the spot challenges are all about doing a trick or sequence of tricks on a spot or spot.
Okay, let's try it.
Owning a spot takes persistence. Try again using your session marker. Don't forget to spin it to win it.
See what I mean?
Congratulations! That spot is verified, owned. The locals will definitely dig the footage. Those decks love a huge drop. I'll always say...
It feels like it's a skate game made by Focus Group. Thanks for being here, Penny. Oh, I got peach fuzz shorts. And a white tank top. And a helmet. And rib chips, okay.
Your efforts in the line and own the spot challenges have increased your reputation in the neighborhood. Head back to Extrovert to claim a complimentary Dax prize package.
Okay.
So to recap, your rep in each neighborhood is an important part of the RIP initiative. The more things you do in each neighborhood, the better your reputation with the locals. The SCCC will reward you if your reputation climbs enough. It's their way of saying, thanks for amping the local skate scene.
See what I mean? Like, okay, so you level up, you're probably getting another, like, you level up, you get another loot box. That's what it seems to be. See? Doing missions and such like that, you'll probably unlock more loot boxes and shit like that.
Means the SBCC has unlocked some new challenges. Check it like any map. The one I've provided is useful for finding your way around. Speaking of tours, if you're interested in learning more about how to see Stan Van like a local, I've marked your map with a new Skater Eyes tour. It's led by local ripper and city councilor, Izzy. She's super rad.
Yeah, it's super rad. Like, it feels focus group.
And use those rip chips on product boxes to increase your rep in each neighborhood.
Hey there, and welcome to the Hedgemon Skater Eyes tour. My name's Izzy. I'm on the SVCC, and I'm a proud member of the local skate crew around here, the Dax. Follow V's AR thingy, and we can kick this off proper.
And I also think the fact that it shouldn't be... let's go. Yeah, it just... Without the other players, the world feels dead. And it feels like it needs pedestrian NPCs. It needs to be crowded. Let's be honest. Like, this area here needs to be, like, freaking crowded. Not with just, like, other players, but also NPCs. Also, add to the fact that you can't, there's no player-to-player collision. So, if you pull a trick or something and you accidentally hit a player, you know, you should have, like, a collision, you know? That would create a lot of funny moments. You end up accidentally hitting each other by accident, you know? Can you... Oh, okay, so we do have some parkouring. I mean, we do have some... Like, is this really necessary?
The part
It
of
feels like
Edgemont
you're
we're headed
trying
is
to-
Sky Towers, a Dax hotspot. Tons of great spots to skate.
San Amsterdam, I guess it's based off of San Francisco and Amsterdam, or based off some of the older settings in the first 3 skate games, I guess? I don't know. Like, I'm seeing an SF
Speaking of
influence, I'm
spots
seeing a
to
little bit of
Dax
an
like,
LA influence.
The SBCC's worked with each crew to show off their faves in each hood. We call them crew challenges. You'll find more around the city that reflect the flavor of each local crew. Pick a couple and try towers that catch your attention and give them a go.
It feels... It also states it feels too cozy. Like, it feels too cozy. Like, it feels too much of, like... I don't know. Alright, let's try this one.
The Dak, don't get woozy when it's wavy. Do you? My advice? Hit it. Pushing boundaries is cool, but the challenge spot is not around here.
Oh, there we go. We got it. We got it.
Wavy crashes are the best.
I feel like this also, what this game also needs is a GTA 5 style video editing tools to where
What did you
you
think?
could create,
Pretty sweet, right?
where you can
Dry
use,
towers,
where you can
full of
create
hot
your
sauce.
own, like,
Let's hit up the next one.
skate video. Like, you could create your own video or something like that, and then, like, if you do something like GTA 5 with, like, it needs a director mode. Like, a very in-depth, like, a director mode, where you can edit every angle, you can edit every sequence, and create a really cool skate video. Or even do a... I'm just tossing ideas out. Something like a co-op. This could be like a co-op campaign. This could be like a co-op campaign where you have like, maybe you say you have like one or two players as the skaters,
You like
but
doing
then you
live
have a third player or a second player as like a camera, as like the camera person. So, and the idea is that, you know, you guys are like, you have one person who acts as the camera, so they're going to record all of the stuff, all the tricks and such like the other players are going to do, and the idea is to kind of go there, ideas for the camera person at the end to be able to record, to take all that footage, record it, and turn it into, you know, a skate video that they can share online. You know, I think having something like a private like lobbies where you have a group of guys.
It's a quick cardio.
Where
line.
it's like
Up
put it
and
this way.
over and down, then solid pushes to an A-frame ender. Go, crush it.
So, say like say like private lobbies, right? Private lobbies, right? Where you have like you can go with like 5-6 other players, right? 5-6 other players, and you guys are, and it's just you, 6 other players, and then a whole world full of like NPCs and shit like that, where you guys are spending like an entire online session just going around the best spots in the city to just skate and record, you know? You know what I mean?
Time for another go.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I think I would play the shit out of that too, and I would definitely put definitely could co-op together to have like a session together. Not just be in this always online, like, one server space, to have private servers where we can go and skate, where we can go stakes, look for the best spots. Like, one player can be, like, you can have, like, 3 or 4 other skaters, but then you can have one person, 1 or 2 other players be, like, the camera person, to be able to where they can, like, to where they can go and record as we're doing stuff. And the cool thing is, you can mess with the NPCs, like have NPCs act in a way that they actually get out of the way when they know we're about to start recording and shit like that. I think that'd be sick. And I think a lot of people would spend a lot of time doing that too.
Go.
You go and discover, skate spots around the map. Like some of the best spots to like, and you would just do it with a group of people, and then do it in like, and I guess do it in style of like a private, set up your own private lobby for it. I think it's
Give it another try.
it's just not interesting. Like it can feel boring without a bunch of people to like having a bunch of lively NPCs to interact with. Have that immersion. It just doesn't feel immersive. You know what I mean? It just does not feel as immersive. It does not feel as and it feels like there's just not charming. It doesn't feel charming either. If you want me to get real nitpicky, it feels like there's no, like, physics. Not in terms of, like, actual board physics, but actually in terms of, like, hair physics. Actually in terms of, like, clothes physics when you're moving fast. You really want me to pinpoint fine brush? There's no jiggle either. You know what I mean?
You're not even out of breath.
I think it should let you explore the world. Let you explore the world.
Alright,
Let you
the next
experience
part of
instead
the
of
tour
trying
is
to
a bit more freeform.
handhold
Let's get
you
after
too
it.
much. Like, I'm totally fine with getting off on your board and being able to, like, walk and move. I'm totally fine with that, but to have this Fortnite-ification where you can do these, like, these challenges, these stunts where you're, like, all up on the top of the tower and setting up, like, building tools like Minecraft, something like Forza Horizon, like Minecraft, stuff like that, and I think I'm like,
Challenges are one thing,
creation
but let's see
tools
how
is
well-adapted
would
your
be a
skater
good
eyes are
idea,
without the extra
but
help.
I think
We put
what
up a score for you to beat. Because, well, that's what we do. Hit it.
I know you've got this, but if you feel like getting edu-skated, check out Skatepedia.
edu-skated, what the fuck?
Wow, you're pretty flipping good.
Maximize your score by spinning or airing gaps while flipping your board.
Also, I mentioned this, I super chatted this on Kyle's stream. What this game also needs to adapt, what this game also needs to have is that I think with this, it's too focused on street skating, where I was looking up videos of like, and I'll show you, you know, I'll show you, I'll give you a good example here. Let me, I think it needs to have other different types of skating, such as like downhill, like I'll show you a video, such as like downhill longboarding. I'll give you a good video of this. Think of something like this. Think it'd be cool if skate had something like this, where you could have other stuff like downhill longboarding, where you know, it sets up a canyon, like pass, like a canyon, like mountain pass map, where you can actually do some downhill longboarding. Even adding and the longboard shit is crazy, dude. Like, the longboard shit is crazy. I'm gonna tell you something right now. Like, that shit is great, because like I was watching a couple of videos of this, and like you're seeing these people, like, they're going downhill at like 70 miles per hour, and it's like, holy crap, that's insane. You know, where you're having so much momentum. That would be fun.
Flipping in and out of grind.
I'm serious. That would be fun mode to have, like downhill longboarding, you know? Even, what else? What else am I thinking of? Like downhill longboarding, something like, even like a mini game. Even like a mini game of like longboard dancing. I'll show you this one from Soul. This was cool. Yeah, faces on me. Like have like longboard dancing, you know? Just have different, like, adapt like different like skate cultures and shit like that, I guess you could say. They are wild as hell for it. Oh yeah, totally, man. Like, I was watching a couple videos yesterday. Well, Kyle was streaming this, and I was like, yeah, there's some ideas I see here. I'm like, man, this would be, like, I would legitimately think this would be like a fun mode to do. Do something like a mini game where you are dancing around a longboard, basically. Just have, I would say, just adapt, like, because I think there's more Because I know that there's a lot more to, you know, skating culture, and I know there's a lot more. Skating culture is very diverse too. You know what I mean? Have stuff where you can film it like that. You know? I'm just saying. It's just ideas I'm throwing around. You know what I mean? Okay. Oh, sorry about that. Okay. All right, let's continue. So yeah. I was talking with somebody, April, yesterday, and they were saying like, man, we need like a DOA of skating. I'm like, bro, that's crazy. That's too crazy. But I think what more people would be like if it was more. I think people would like a more grounded skate, like a more something that very, very much is close to the first two games where it is much more grounded, just in a multiplayer sense, in a way where you're not being hand-holded. So you're not being hand-holded. I bet we can't skate like Rodney Mullen. You get what I'm saying, you know? Having that, you know, like almost like street skating and like pro skating, having like different cultures, stuff like that. I think there is potential here, but it's too sanitized. It's too corporate, and I think that in an
Hey, just remember, a sequence is 2 or more tricks performed before all 4 wheels touch the ground.
See what I mean? Yeah, like...
Absolutely killer! I'm super stoked on the footy V-grab. I bet the crew will be too.
Vocab education tip. Footy is short for video footage.
When you're ready, let's hit Bonsky Park and see where the DAC take their transition skills to the air.
So where we're going now? Head to skate park. Even the shoes aren't like that impressive. Like even if you look at the shoes, it's just like it's just too generic. You know? Also, let's be honest, you want to go really immersive? Make it so that
you gotta get down there by any means necessary.
We'll just roll all the way
Like
down.
every great skate city, San Van has a DIY skate park under a bridge, usually with trolls living under it. The DAX trolled it up and built Bonsky. It's great for learning about skating transitions. I've got a little training module ready for you when you get there.
Can we roll upwards? Can we roll upwards? Aww. We can't roll upwards!
Transition skating is anytime you see a curved bank that goes up towards vertical. Perfect for big airs. Once you get the basics down here, your skater eyes will see transition spots everywhere. Looks fun, eh? Time for you to grab your board and boost some airs. Let's practice on solid ground before we get in the air. Before you start, set a session marker. You can thank me later.
Okay.
Alright, let the roll-in do the work. One push and gravity does the rest. Flying feels good, doesn't it? Now return to your session marker for a spin refresher.
Okay, let's do this.
With all the air you get skating transition, you'll definitely toss some spinning winners. Spin it, winner! So sick! Okay, now return to your session marker for a spin and grab collab. Remember, surrender to the roller, and just focus on your trick. You didn't grab. Next time. That was dope! You've got your spins and grabs locked in. Why don't you session the Dax trolley transition home under the bridge?
Yeah, it's just, I don't know.
Session challenges give you the time and freedom to skate it your way while crushing goals.
You know what, it's kind of funny, because I think if, what if you take something like, what if you take something like, what if you...
The Dax often regulate the airspace over Bonsky to prevent crusty crows from roosting.
See, this Fortnite-ification just doesn't work. What if...
Help them out by clearing
Listen,
the air
just
with some of
listen to
those
me
grabs
here.
and swings you've been learning.
What if this was skate done by,
That's
say,
your cue.
a Hoyoverse? Just imagine that. Oh, I just did like a... I'm serious. Just think about it. Yeah, imagine a skate game, not ideal, would be better. I'm just saying. Not even Hoyoverse, but think about if just a skate game, how would a skate game done by Eastern Studio, an Eastern developer, you know what I mean? Maybe not ideal, but maybe done with that style and flair of, say, like a Zenless Zone Zero. Or something like a Neverness to Everness or an Ananta. Which, will Ananta even have skating? That'll be interesting. I'm just saying, I like that little reverse, like you flip it, you know?
Air clear
Like,
as glare. Much appreciated.
I think it would be, I could see it in the line of like a Skate meets SSX with
That was
a,
crazy. You shredded the
you know, with
piss
that
out of
like
old Bob
Zenless aesthetic,
Anyway,
like that
it's time
Zenless
for me to go
aesthetic.
clean my grip tape. Worn grip is a phobia of mine. Is there a name for that? While I'm gone, V's got some recommended reading to help you get the most out of the RIP initiative. Enjoy!
Because you notice, because it's just something that would be much more appealing. Something that would be much more, you would have an in-depth, like, you would have, like, a really good, like, in-depth, like an
I bet
in-depth,
there's probably lots of cool stuff in store if you keep increasing your...
like, have, like, a really good in-depth character creator, even clothing options for, you know, having the actual clothing options and stuff, having appealing clothing options, too. Being able to, it's not, I guess because we're about to wrap it up, but, being able to, let's bring this down here. Have have different skate shops around the city, right? But each skate shop has its own, like, NPC characters, have its own, like, NPC characters with different personalities and such like that. And the more you skate and build a reputation within that neighborhood, the more exclusive items you unlock in that shop for you to buy. You know? The more exclusive items. And if you do doing specific challenges, doing, like, the hardest of hard challenges rewards you with exclusive outfits. But I think just locking this just too much behind the paywall, too much behind a paywall, too much behind a, you know, loot box system. I think that hurts it, though. Because I think if you really want to get at it, you would have hundreds of, you would have a skateboard like this, I think a skate game like this would have hundreds, and I mean hundreds of decks for you to purchase and buy. And ones that were created by the developers, and even decks that were actually created by fans themselves. You know, even have contests where you can have, like, top 5 or top 10 winners will have their decks, their designed skateboard deck implemented in game. You know, have multiple different kinds of wheels to select, you know? See, I wouldn't like that. See, it's just like, not having these, not just going for the Fortnite-ification of this, though. I just don't think going for the Fortnite-ification, and let's be honest here, I understand you want to keep it, and yet somehow that would be grounded, I guess you could say. Somehow that would feel much more grounded and lived in compared to this, though. To be honest with me, I would have short shorts and thigh highs, but that's just my opinion. But, expand on that. You know, like, really expand on that, though. Have something for you really want to be this diverse and inclusive shit, then have it for everybody. Yeah, have stickers that you can plaster all over, not just in different spots, but actually have a even have your own livery editor, basically, like a Need for Speed or a Forza style livery editor where you can edit your own custom deck, where you can actually make your own custom deck, you know, from scratch. Put the stickers you want on there and shit like that. even maybe go so as far as like Gran Turismo, where you can actually upload logos to put on your deck, but of course they would have to, you can't like, copyright or like do anything that's like, breaks terms of service, obviously. But having something like that where you can make custom decks, even have custom wheels though, have that. I think I'm very mixed when it comes to sandbox style games, honestly, to sandboxes. But I think for something like this, having that sandbox is great, but it's just how it's implemented. I think it's too implemented in the style of a live service and letting, creators be more free, creators be more expressive. Let that, it feels
Hey,
too
take a
limited.
look. Your increased Hedgemont rep level has upgraded your RIP card, unlocking new sources of RIP rewards, like city challenges. Wait, we haven't even covered city challenges. Check your map to see some.
Like, I would do this, like, how I would how I would progress the skate game, I would do this in the style of Need for Speed Carbon, where each neighborhood has its own, not just like one, has its own set of crews, crews to challenge. Crews to challenge and take over, territorial control, where you're constantly always having to protect your territory whenever there's new crews that come in or crews that want to take back their territory or shit like that. Have a series of skate challenges that you have to do. Being able to turn it into an RPG, basically. Turn it into a full-on RPG, basically, where you have...
This line challenge is pretty low-key. I'm thinking you'll
where
crush it.
you can talk to NPCs, where you can talk to NPC characters, and you are always, and they're giving you challenges, they're giving you different, like, dialogues and stuff like that, hints on what to do and shit like that. Have an antagonist, have antagonists, have rival crews, have beefs, have, build your own group of, you know what I mean? Just have all of that. Have an immersive campaign where, you are battling with rival crews. You're even battling with police, too. Have that Need for Speed, like that Black Box era Need for Speed kind of feel to the skate series, and which actually is apropos because it was Black Box who developed the first 3 skate titles, in fact. So have that kind of feel to it, but adapt it to having single player and multiplayer split into separate modes, where you can start a private session with start a private session with other players, or you can do a public session where you're joining random players, something like Burnout Paradise or something like that. Have collisions, having player-to-player collisions, obviously. I feel like that would be... think that's just what it comes down to, you know?
Wait, we haven't even covered city challenges. Check it
Okay,
out.
I'm gonna wrap this up. So let me bring my final. Let's bring this final. Let's bring this to a close. Let's bring this to a close here. With Skate, here, it's okay. It's serviceable. Gameplay is serviceable. Controls are fine, and it's definitely worth getting listened to. However, the question is this worth spending the hour of free time on? I'm serious. Is this worth spending that extra hour of free time you may have in your day? Is this worth it? Is there better, like, I know we all have, like, different games on, like, rotation. I have plenty of games that I play off camera on rotation. Is this worth spending that extra hour on? Is this worth spending that time and dedication, that grind for? Because it's a live service. As a live service, is this worth investing? I don't think it is. I really don't think it is. So I ask you guys the question, is this worth spending time on? Is this worth spending an hour on to just go and skate? If it's just, or you've invested it, is this worth investing? I just don't think this is worth investing. I think your hour of free time would be better off playing go for Skater XL or go for Sessions or the older Skate or the, Tony Hawk remastered stuff. I just don't see it with EA's new Skate. You just okay. With EA's new Skate, they're gonna have a massive hill to climb. It's a massive hill. And the big issue that I have is that it's too corporate. It's too sanitized. It's like you smoothed out so much of the edges that it feels like there's no identity. It's like, who is this really made for? It's too safe. It's way too safe. It is playing way too safe, and it loses that, you lose that edginess, you lose that grittiness. It feels too much corporate sanitized. The world feels lifeless. Where I think instead of trying to go for this live service, build a solid single-player campaign and build a compelling multiplayer. Have a compelling multiplayer modes, but have that in more of that tradition instead of trying too much to be a live service, a Fortnite of skate games, you know? And the answers also ask another question: how long is this game gonna last? Leave your thoughts in the comments. How long do you honestly think this game will last? A year? 6 months? How long do you think that this game will last until the servers shut down? Skate is having, if this is supposed to be, the Skate that everybody's been waiting for, then I don't see it. I just don't see it. And I'm new to the Skate franchise, so I don't see what y'all, if this is my exposure to the Skate franchise, then I just don't see what y'all saw in this. Some people were even speaking that even the graffiti feels too safe. Even the graffiti feels too edged out. It's not edgy. It doesn't feel as I think it's that when you try to be so safe, when you try to be so sanitized and not trying to offend anyone, you lose that grit, but you also lose that flavor. You lose that you're not grounded in reality. You don't feel, it doesn't feel grounded. It doesn't feel like, you know, this would be the type of game where me and like 4 or 5 other guys would hop on and just set up like a private lobby where we're in a whole world full of like NPCs. The city is incredibly like full of life, and we're just going around looking for the best spots to skate. Like, Kyle put it this way. There are going to be players out there who are going to be pulling off like something like really cool, something like breaking the game, doing like these epic like this epic trick, post it to social media and go viral, and that's it. Like, you'll see something epic. Will it want you to play the game? Probably not. It feels like it's appealing too much to the lowest common denominator, the players who have that short attention span, that TikTok like attention span, basically, where they're just going to be on this for like 30 seconds or so and just move on to something else. It's not going to hold you. It's not doing enough to justify the investment, to justify holding you in for more than, say, like 5 to 10 minutes at a time, because you end up getting bored easily. I just don't see this game. This game's gonna struggle. This game is going to struggle real hard on launch. If early access to anything goes by, this is going to struggle. And I know it's EA, and I know you have to place some of the blame on the live service angle, but you can't blame completely everything on EA. Whereas we saw with Dragon Age Veilguard, the developers themselves have to take some of the blame for it too. You can't blame this entirely on just EA and their greedy microtransactions. I'm just saying. It's too sanitized. It's too sanitized. It loses you. It's too afraid to be gritty. Like, I look at, like, and I say this as somebody who played the shit out of Need for Speed Unbound for like 3 years since launch. I played Need for Speed Unbound like crazy, and honestly, for as much as I like Unbound, I like the game, you can't deny that it is way too woke. I'll just say it is. Unbound is woke as hell. Like, for real. But I get that same kind of feeling where it's not in that it's woke or anything, it's just, it's too sanitized. It's too smoothed out. It's playing it way, way too safe. And trying to appeal to every facet of, you know, skateboarding culture, where it just ends up appealing to nobody. It's trying to be it's too inclusive. And I think it's hurting it more than it is helping it. Anyway, that's just my thoughts. What are yours? Let me know in the comment section down below. We'll be back on Friday with, you know, more stuff, especially going on in the gaming industry, especially these layoffs. On Saturday, we'll have more of, especially what goes on with the fallout from Charlie Kirk and such like that, because I want to talk about Bethesda, and I want to talk about these other studios that are just running their mouths and celebrating Kirk's death, because it's still going. It's still freaking going. But this hurts people. I think this isn't helping anybody, you know? So, you know, if you guys want to try it out, it's free. It's free to play. It's in early access. You can just download it on PS console and PC, stuff like that. But for me, it feels like it's too safe. It's too sanitized. It's too soulless. You know, it just, that's what it feels like. So, anyway, that's it for me. I'm Makini, 90 Yard Sermon Illustrator. Thank you for tuning in to Makini Draws Presents Peak Gaming. Until then, yeah, this game is definitely not peak in the slightest. Nothing about this game is peak in the slightest. So, anyway, until then, stay cute, stay sexy, have fun, take care, much love, never apologize for wanting attractive women near me, especially in video games. Never stop drawing, say no to censorship. I love y'all. So I always say around these parts, game over.
Your journey is at an end. But fear not. I hope that we get to see each other once again. Thank you for playing in our world. But we must return you back to your world. Thank you for tuning in to Makini Draws Presents Peak Gaming. And until next time, game over. Is produced by Makini Draws Productions in association with Special Stage Entertainment and is distributed by CSF Nation Domestic Television Distribution.